Welcome to our latest of our public art unveilings, and I'm glad those of you that are here today could make it out in the rain. And as much as we don't like the rain here, I think we're all grateful that we have some after the summer that we had. And our special guest Isabella is showing our public art off here, and so we're gonna hope that she plays responsibly on it, right? Don't sink the ships. This is the latest public art, and it is both these ships that are in the creek bed here and those ones that are up on the weather vanes there, in case you're wondering. And it's called Knots. I was gonna say it's not knots like in your shoes. It's Knots, K-N-O-T-S. But I think they're both spelled K-N-O-T-S. So in this case, it's knots about measurement of distance and wind velocity when we're on the water. And so this piece it's part kinetic sculpture and part discovery piece. So this is the freighters move in the wind, and they're also symbolic of the maritime movement in Port Moody. So there's 24 onshore, offshore weather vane ships up there, and 10 creek dweller ships in the swale area that Isabella is showing off for us. And this project, of course, was the public art that was associated with the renovation of the Moody Street overpass and the wonderful new walkway that we have here, including the new safe pedestrian overpass across to downtown Port Moody. This is funded through the Public Art Reserve, and again, so part of that project and part of other projects in the city. And we had 40 local, national, and international artists submitted qualifications for the project. And the cool thing, and I just found this out, at least half of the team that did the work here is actually a Tri-Cities native, a Centennial secondary graduate, and grew up right here in the Tri-Cities. And so Nathan is very familiar with the area and probably helped influence the work that they put together. So it did come down to shortlist that the panel went through and nominated and selected Contexture Designs, which is Nathan Lee and Matthew Thompson, who are standing right here. And of course, they know more about their art than they do, so I will introduce and turn the microphone over to them. So Nathan and Matthew, thank you for being here.
So yeah, this piece is it's really about Port Moody. It's about this park. It's about this place and sort of how the natural systems and industrial systems that have formed this place have sort of influenced each other. There's a lot of watersheds that move through this park, move out to the inlet here, and the water that moves, the wind that moves through this park has a subtle effect on things further down the inlet. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but all the ships in the harbor tend to point in the same direction, and that's a result of tidal forces and the water and wind that come of this place. Just like those natural systems affect the industrial systems affect our surroundings as well, where the freight coming off these ships get unloaded at the port and they move back through along the train tracks here and connect to the rest of Canada. So yeah, that's I guess a little bit about this project.
It's been a real pleasure, and it's been a privilege. I think one of the honors of coming in. I'm obviously from a little further afield than the Tri-Cities, but getting to know Port Moody has been fascinating. Just as Nathan was describing, the characteristics of how it was formed historically, but then also how that interface with the bay, with the natural settings, the relics that are around, and I hope we've done it justice. Really, it's at the end of the day, it's about the people. It's about the stories, trying to tell the story, and the relationships that we've been forging with the city and with each other. So thank you. It's been hard and challenging at times, but it's also been very exciting and very satisfying. So thank you.
I hope you know enough about Port Moody to know what an iconic spot you're at with your art here and how much attention you're going to have drawn to it, because there's no better spot to be than right outside the ice cream store. So there's a lot of people who are going to see this art. So again, we have if we did a round number estimate, a couple 100,000 people a year that come through Rocky Point Park with the events and such. We might have had that many just for Ribfest this year. So it's a great spot to be in. Again, a great tie-in between our past and our current as a city of the arts. So and a lot of the tankers, I was going to say, Nathan, sometimes they face the same way because they're tied to the dock out there. The other ones are not coming and going as frequently as they used to, but I think it's a good reminder of where we came from. So again, thank you for coming down in the rain, and thank you for your support of the City of the Arts and for the support of the artists.